Alright, something a little bit different today. I'm out here in the kitchen. I'm taking a look here at this TPLink Archer AX50 or AX3000, no matter how you want to say it. I'm sorry, I just got to stop for that. Just looking here in the monitor, this just looks so weird, this framing. I can't crouch down. You know what? Give me a sec, I'll be back. There we go, that's so much better. Now, as the title suggests, as you've already seen in the video, I've just picked up the TPLink AX3000 router. Now, full disclosure, I'm not really a networking guy. I had to ask a bunch of people for feedback on which sort of router to get, but I do have some networking issues, so I thought it'd be cool to do a bit of an unboxing, show you what goes on in the box. I'll kind of do like a first impressions. I'll set it up, maybe test out the Wi-Fi speed, show you the apps, all that kind of thing. So this is just going to be like a first impression look here at the Archer or the TPLink AX3000, AX50. I don't know why they call it two different names, but yeah, let's get into it. Let's get stuck into it. I haven't actually plugged it in yet, so it's all still sealed. Let's get the manuals. A bunch of little bits and pieces. These sorts of things I never want to have to look at unless I like completely get stuck and I need to refer to the manual. But yeah, you've got your quick installation guide. I did look online to somebody else who's already done one of the installs and it looks relatively easy. So I'll just keep that handy. Standard power brick for a router. It's pretty simple stuff actually. This is the actual unit. Now I've got the standard ISP router here. I'm not too sure the model. I'm with TPG here in Australia, and the Wi-Fi is just horrendous. Like sometimes it can be extremely good, and other times I just did a speed test in my room. I should be pulling like 90 megabit, and over the Wi-Fi I'm pulling like 8 or 9, and sometimes that fluctuates. Now a lot of people are working from home now, so I think the Wi-Fi signal in the building in general is slowing down. I'm also using Ethernet over power. I know I'm just like dumping all my problems here, but this is the reason why I picked up one of these. I'm using Ethernet over the power, and that also just randomly dips. I think that has to do with like other people in the building. Not too sure. I'm not a networking guy. This baby's here to hopefully solve all my problems. So yeah, anyway, this is what the main unit looks like. I just got excited when I saw these antenna, and I'm like, oh yes, give me all the Wi-Fi. You're gonna solve my problems. So yeah, let's get our paws into this and unwrap it. I'm sure the audio coming through is just A-grade fantastic. You know, this thing is plastic, but it feels pretty rugged. So I've got all the peels on there. I might do some close-up shots of the peels. I'm not going to peel it on this view. All antennas are peeled. I believe these are fixed. Yeah, I don't want to go yanking on it too hard to see if they're fixed, but they look fixed. You know, it's pretty standard 4-port router there on the back. Very, very simple stuff. You know, like I said, networking gear doesn't really excite me, but I've got a few needs that I want to get done with this, and I'm hoping that it will solve all my problems. So that's the unit. Just put it over there. They give you a standard cable here as well. So that's it, the unboxing. There's like literally 3 pieces. You've got the router, the power cable, and the network cable, quick installation guide. I'll take the camera off the tripod. I'll show you the very tiny space that my existing router is not covering. It's absolutely horrendous. It's literally like 15 meters away. So I'll just take a quick look at the space. I'll do a speed test from here with the current setup, and then I'll do a speed test with this. Super quick unboxing, but yeah, not much to it, just 3 pieces. Things are a little bit messy back here behind the TV, but I'm just going to show you what I've got going on here. So this is the old ISP router. It's also a TP-Link Archer, I think 1600 VR. I think that's the model. I'll link it above. And this is the new one here, the Archer AX50. So all I've done here is I've taken everything out of this router. I've got one cable hooked into the LAN port here, and that goes into the WAN port of the AX50. That's how you're going to get the internet signal from this one down to that one. It comes with a quick installation guide, very, very simple. I did try set it up once and it didn't work, but just follow the guide. Like I switched both of them off, hooked it up in this way, and everything was good the second time around. So yeah, so just one cable going from here to there, which feeds it all the signal. And then I've got 2 LAN ports. This is for my Ethernet over power, this yellow one, and then this one's going straight to the Apple TV. Very, very simple setup we've got going on here. One of the main reasons why I'm upgrading this router here is because when I'm using Plex, so I'm trying to stream some media from my PC over to the Apple TV down there through the router, it would just really die out, and like even HD footage sometimes is really choking. If I'd like fast forward or rewind some video, it would just not be able to handle it over the network on the old router. It's really frustrating because sometimes it works, but then when you really just want to watch something, it just would not be reliable at all. So here I'm running a server. I'll link the app here. It's called like Lakehorn server or something. So I set up a client on the Apple TV, and then I've got I set up the server on the Apple TV. I've got the client on the phone. So here in the living room, I'm pulling like 500 megabit over a 5G signal. So that's just really, really ripping at the moment. So I've left this to run for a little bit. It's really pulling like 400 to 500 megabit just sort of near the router, and that's really good performance here for the living room. So I'm gonna go to the bedroom where the PC's at, which is where the Plex server runs from. And we'll see how much it drops over there. So yeah, it's looking like it's pulling a consistent like 200 megabit, 250 if I'm generous. If we flick that over to megabytes, 30 megs a second over Wi-Fi is just really, really impressive. A lot better than what the old router was doing. Like I said, the problem with the old router was the inconsistency. So I might be able to flick it on now and maybe pull maybe 18 megs a second, that kind of arena, but it just seems to fail pretty often, so it's just super unreliable. All right, so yeah, I've been running that Archer AX50 for like a day now. Seems to be super fast, no matter where I seem to be testing the signal. I live in an apartment complex and I've run like down the hallway all the way to the end. Same speeds, pretty much as I'm getting right next to the router, as well as through this wall that was giving the old router a very hard time. You know, I'm not one to just like read specs off a box and take those things for gospel, but unless I'm missing something, that really seems to be the case here with this router. You know, it doesn't take a genius to know that in better routers, they're putting better chips in there to handle like the multiple connections a lot better than say a stock standard ISP router. I'm pretty sure this Archer 1600 VR that comes with TPG, this Australian ISP, is a very old router. It's probably using very old chips in it. Once again, it doesn't take a genius to figure out that better routers, better chips, a lot faster. So of course, this router is also sporting the Wi-Fi 6, which is the AX signal. I don't really have any devices at the moment that are using this, but it is kind of nice to be future-proofing for a technology that might come. Maybe the new PlayStation, Xbox, new iPhones will probably be using the Wi-Fi 6, the Wi-Fi AX. So it's good to know that I've kind of got something in the home that's going to service that already. Anyway, so I've been running this for like a day now. Everything seems really, really good, a lot more stable than it was before, you know, but it's only been a day. Who knows how this thing goes after a month or two. Maybe I'll do a follow-up review to this. This is really just like an unboxing and first impressions. So straight off the bat, it's been a pretty good performance so far. You know what I really liked about this is there's a mobile phone companion app that's super simple. I pretty much just plugged the router in like I showed you back there, switched the mobile app on, went through all the prompts, super easy to set up. You know, I know a little bit about networking, I don't know a lot, and even for me, it was super easy to follow. I didn't want to do the router login stuff because it's really just following the same steps that are on the manual. You can download the manual if you have like a burning need to see how that goes. There's also a few features on the mobile app. I didn't want to do like a whole app walkthrough because I'd rather be like competent in using the app. But you know, at a glance, you can set up your wireless networks. You can change passwords. You can make guest passwords if people come around and you don't want to give them the standard passwords. You can do like scheduled time. So if you just want your kids to have Wi-Fi, like, you know, cut off the Wi-Fi at 9 o'clock, you can set up those schedules for that kind of thing. There's a whole bunch of other like parental controls there that I would personally never use because there's no children in this household. But yeah, there seems to be quite a few handy things on that app there. And it's really cool that it's accessible by mobile because you know, it's kind of annoying to have to like run over to a computer, log into a browser and sort of access those things. They've brought things into the next world with this, with the mobile apps. Now I believe these are retailing for like $3.99 Australian. I've seen them for like $3.75. I managed to get this pretty cheap for like $3.15 AUD. If you do some hunting around, you can find it yourself. So that's it for today. This has been a quick unboxing and first look of the Archer AX3000 or the Archer AX50, depending what model number you're looking at it. Yeah, it's like not the most interesting sort of product for me because Wi-Fi is just something that I need up and running. But you know, if this is going to do the trick where it wasn't working before, then I guess this is a very worthy investment. So hopefully this has been handy if you're looking at this model and you wanted to get some sweet product shots of it. Hopefully I've delivered there. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button, and we'll catch you on the next one.